side, don't get old. If records on this side, don't get sold. Hey, shit might get closed, and I can't have that. Got the whole hood on me, I must admit. Grinding look good on me. Been up 24 hours, getting to the worm. Daily Zoom calls, negotiating terms. This ain't what I got, this is what I earned. I'm on fire, but you don't know what I had to earn. This video or this photo?
Video.
Yeah. Come on, my nigga Nigel pulled up. You know what's going on. I do a show, and I never get to do a show. And this was last minute as hell. I made a call to one of the homies, Nigel, out here, and they hooked me up with the owner of this venue, a black man's named Neil. And they really opened the doors for me last minute, and y'all pulled up. Y'all pulled up, man. I'm grateful. Real gratitude. Last minute, too. Niggas ain't had nothing to do. African nigga and the European whip. Like, we ain't come around no European shit. Fuck your opinion, shut your European lip. Money, that's European shit. Oh, yeah, we finna have one of them ones today. But I'm also like, I got a really wholesome brand. So, you feel me? Like, people don't approach, well, sometimes, y'all, the energy be a little, but it's the ones that don't really know. You feel me? They be kind of,
and they be hella drunk too.
yeah.
They be
Like, just to come up to a nigga and pull your titty out, you already got to be on a certain frequency. You feel me? And I don't really need great shit.
Yeah. You don't really supposed to say that.
Yeah, you're not a titty nigga.
Yeah.
I'm a titty nigga, though. But I'm a whole let's get this straight. Hey, do not listen to her, ladies. No, but I'm a wholesome titty. I'm gonna like come around back and show me the titty.
Everybody don't need to see this.
Right. This ain't a
You gotta go home to your family after.
Yeah, exactly. What would your father think?
Yeah.
Round two?
Right. These are my first viral clips I ever had. Yep, this first interview I ever did. Yep. Well, actually, that's a lie. I went viral for doing blockchain. But then I posted these.
in the garage.
Yeah. They was really fucking with these ones.
Uh-huh.
And then they
Imagine if we weren't the people we portrayed ourselves as. That'd be it'd be a very awkward and sad.
That's hard to do.
That's real hard to do.
It's hard to do.
But they've done.
Academy Award winner though.
Yeah, but it'd be done.
Yeah.
Well, because people choose what they want to share. People choose what to share, though. So it's like, and it's true. The camera.
I've met. Yeah, people choose what they share. There's some people that are not at all like the persona they have, but they have a persona.
They have a persona.
When your thug told, who was it, Moneybag, yo, that's how you gotta act a little bit.
See, and that be the thing. Like I recently had a conversation with a nigga because he had a chain on, and he didn't strike me as a chain nigga, like a jewelry nigga and shit. Yeah. And I was talking to him, and I'm like, why you got one though? Like, do you love him and that's what you into, or is it the environment? And as he started breaking it down, he's like, well, you know, it's like an icebreaker. When I walk in a room, people notice me, and I was telling him like, you want people to notice you because your aura and your energy and who you are. If a nigga notice you for your chain, that can come with different things. Things that you may not want to deal with, but like you chose to wear. You feel me? It's like you want to be the jewelry. Like you want to be the thing shining, right? So that shit is, some people use that because they feel like they lack the other part of it. You feel me? Like if I don't put this shit on, then no one might notice me and I will go unnoticed. You feel me? So I get why people think. Right,
for all of us to start a kid, you gotta have it. Right, like you done said a few times. Shoot, they spend they first check on that, or they what you call
sometimes
it?
The label will get you jewelry. Like the label will get you jewelry out of your budget because they're like, because they like you gotta look the part. Instead of making a nigga have the shit so he can be the part, they're like, you have to look the part instead of being it. You feel me?
That's crazy.
That's also be like artists with no set persona. Like when they sign a nigga off of a TikTok song and he only had one song out, then he gets into the label system and he has no identity, no real fan base, and they like, well, I know what to do with you, and they just give him all these things. They're like, now you look like a rapper.
I don't think people really like take advantage of like having a catalog though, or know the importance of it though.
Yeah, no.
Even when it comes to like content, like even like in my situation, like I always tell everybody like, you know, you only take one to blow, but when that one blow, you need something else for them to look at.
Man,
you don't want them to have nothing else to look at after that one blow.
Imagine scoring 1 point a game, and it was a great shot. But after that, you don't score shit else. And it's 4 quarters left. It's like, well, you'll get the highlight for first quarter, and then what happens later on in the game, you feel me? It's like, you have to. You gotta have more.
Right.
If Jordan only scored 1 bucket, no one would give a fuck.
What if you only scored a game-winning shot?
No, you know, there was a shot by, but he did it several times. If it was just one, he wouldn't be Big Shot, or it would just be Robert. That shit changes everything.
That's
Yeah.
Are we good to go, y'all?
Yeah.
Are we rolling? Okay, now.
That's the whole thing.
Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Shout out Nigel, shout out everybody here, shout out Unspoken. We in the A.
Hey, this is the intro. Hey, welcome to Unspoken Atlanta. First of all, this is our first ever podcast that we're doing. We're trying something special. This show is basically we want to get to know entrepreneurs, black ownership, black owned businesses, and try to get more intimate and in detail with the things that are going on, not just in Atlanta but worldwide. And I am very, very thankful today because I have 2 special people that I've been on for a year now. Last year was, real random. And through the years, I think we've been following each other and kind of seeing each other's journey. And I feel like we have a lot of things that's relatable. And, from the Bay, Larussell and Tietta.
Come on, let's go.
So this time, man, I don't know. Last time y'all came, well, first of all, I want to ask, how y'all felt the first time y'all came? What was y'all true impression of, even when we met y'all, when I met you the day before, and then the transition?
It was dope. I mean, we talked about it. We still talk about it. To this day, the thought of coming back to Atlanta, we already had it in our mind. We got to go tap in with Nigel. And you feel me? Like, y'all became family in that one day. So it was a great experience for us.
Yeah, and it wasn't just you. It was your the whole gang. Like, it's one thing to have like a cool nigga that you meet, and then you get around his homies, and it was like, yeah, it was all right, but it was like you could tell the type of energy that you
cultivate, right? You could tell the type of people that you like to have around you, which is important because the niggas around you could determine a lot too, right? You feel me? Some niggas won't deal with you just based on who you have around you, but you cultivate a dope environment.
I think what made this thing perfect, man, is because obviously I follow y'all too, so I see how y'all do out of the crib. You know, I do out of the crib. But that's the last thing you told me before you left. You was like, it's better to be able to do it in the crib than in the warehouse. Right. And that kind of stuck home me, you know. But seeing y'all how y'all doing in the backyard, I think the best thing for me is like everybody that's around me, they don't see my process do this. So they see the ups and downs. They see me when I first started. And I think the biggest thing for them is just to seeing the consistency in me. And they see that, and now they want to be able to, be a part of it. And now, for the most part, that's how I've been able to cultivate my team. And, I see that's the same way you got with yours, too. So I think
you got to give people something to root for. Right? Like, most people want to support you. It's just some niggas don't have nothing to support. Right. You feel me? But when you start building and you going, like, everyone wants to help a nigga win. You feel me? But it's like, you gotta want to win.
And being consistent, it keeps people invested in you. It's like, yeah, you was doing that thing last year, but you kind of fell off, and now I got a new job, and I help but like, when you always on it, it made people stick around.
That's another quote that you said, too, when y'all came last time about, if nothing's good on your channel, they're going to change it.
Yep.
And that kind of got me to focus more on just being more consistent. I think my first year I was kind of posting every other week as far as episodes. Now I want to post every week. Yeah. Especially with y'all posting 4-5 times a day.
Come on.
Let me get on that train. So it's a lot of things that I feel like y'all do that kind of like motivate me on a day-to-day basis. You see my story all the time. I post him, put him on the background of the music, got you on my intro now.
Yeah.
Let's go. But let's go back to I guess where it all started. Well, for you, I know you from the Bay Area, Vallejo, if y'all don't know, but just talking, I guess growing up as far as getting into rapping and like the motivation behind that.
Man, rap has always been an integral part of my life. Like from my parents, hip hop has always been. The culture has always been prominent in my house. We had the party house, we had the shows in the backyard, we had the niggas in the garage watching boxing and had the uncles outside smoking and niggas just, like, we really, every black movie that you see is like my experience growing up, you feel me? It was very direct, so hip-hop is very integral to that. It's like the soundtrack to my life. And getting into music was just like it flowed, really. It wasn't hyper intentional. Like I just kind of moved with life. I never knew what I would do. Absolutely, I just did a bunch of shit, and this ended up being the one that really went. But I did a bunch of shit, filming, photography, every creative lane I could have done, I've done. I played every role and position, and this happened to be the one that struck gold. You feel me?
If you wasn't rapping, what you think you'd be doing?
Writing for somebody else, filming, doing photography. I would be helpful in some way. I'd be a boss in some way. I'd be hiring people to do something to help cultivate something, no matter what.
Before you became Larussell, I know you had another name, but before I even go to that, talk about the stuff that you was doing as far as in the rap scene, but outside of rapping. Like I seen, I think you used to record for other people. Content, stuff like that.
No, I did everything. I was making niggas album covers, just doing random photo shoots, doing their music videos.
Used to make
helping
beats
with marketing. I started off producing, making beats for the homies at the school, making flyers, recording niggas, engineering. I was like one of the first niggas around the way with a studio in the crib, you feel me? So some of the homies from high school used to just come by my spot just so they could record. Man, every role necessary I played and just played my position.
You think, to me personally, I feel like that's the best way to do it, being able to know from all angles. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you are, I'm a rapper now. I know everything.
You're more helpful.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we'll go on sets where people are filming or doing something, and I'll be helping them with the engineering table or yesterday. So for the pop-up show, like they had all the equipment, but there was no engineer. If I was an artist who was just a rapper, we would have been shit out of luck. Thank God, you feel me? I've done everything, so I'm always able to be helpful, assistive, even when I'm not the topic or something in the situation. I can help behind the camera when something ain't right. Like we've been to video shoots and we help out and we lend our expertise or our equipment. So to me, it's like it's the best way because I'm always an asset.
And that's how you, I guess, met him and trying to bring him back to another label or whatever to promote him. Before that, was A&R like the dream to do, or was it something else, or is that something you feel like kind of like feeling a lot?
I didn't really have like a specific dream in the music industry. I just knew I wanted to be in it, and I knew that like whatever my calling was, as long as I got into that environment, it would find me. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know what I do now, a little bit of everything, so.
I don't even know, do you have a title?
I don't.
Tietta is a title.
Right, people say, I want to be Tietta, right?
I want a Tietta, that's literally the title.
I had a conversation with Kim on the way home yesterday, and she gonna be talking with you. I was like, when Tietta get to my house tomorrow, you need to talk to her. You need to get every information you can. You are my Tietta. That's my
I love it. I love
I
it.
just like to keep it in her mind because you do a lot of things. To me, you misses everything. You know, that's how I look at it. So
Whatever it takes to win, I'm gonna do.
That's the key player. Just talk about how did that. Is that like naturally your personality, or is that just something that you kind of like build like over time?
Yeah, I think that's naturally my personality. I like to see great things come to fruition. Like you can always spot somebody in a room who's just different, who's not like a follower, who's a boss. And I like boss people because I'm a boss. So I like to be around people who really have something going on, and I know what type of genius I am, and that it don't matter. It could have been music, it could have been film, it could have been anything, and I knew I was going to be an asset to it because I'm going to find out whatever information it takes to get that job done.
I'm gonna ask you the same thing. If you wasn't doing music, what you be doing? What you think you'd be doing?
I would be in film. That's what I was going to do originally. I was going to be a filmmaker. I was going to be a director or a producer, whatever. I just knew I wanted to do film. When I graduated, I was going to move to Atlanta, and I was like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna get in at Tyler Perry Studios, and I'm work there, and I'm gonna figure it out from there.
Oh, that's hard.
And Tietta still does film.
Yeah, I do. I film all the shows.
Tietta is actually a major reason why the content started moving the way it's moving, because she got behind the camera. When we do music videos, Tietta asserts her vision. Everything we film is a joint collaborative project. You feel me? So like she's still in film.
I mean, you got a new cameraman now, but I remember seeing you walking through the crowd too. You know, you got him through the crowd. Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Russell, as far as I want to talk about what's going on right now a little bit. I know we had a conversation briefly upstairs about how you. The goal is to just do pop-ups right now. Tell me your vision behind doing that versus how you was already doing it.
Yeah, next year, man, that's gonna be the style. I'm gonna pull up somewhere and we'll probably land on a Friday and do the show on a Sunday, or it'll be same day, but it'll be like 2-3 day windows. And I feel like it's really reflective of how I like to live my life. I'm a very spontaneous person. I don't like committing to things. However I feel today when I wake up, that's how it is. And I really love that. And I love the people that support that and got that energy, because that's telling me you somebody that has a similar ethic, a similar tribe, for a nigga. And I just think it's far more impactful for someone to wake up and see you post something and be like, man, I gotta be there. Those are the people who need it. They need it. That's why that nigga was on the stage. And that's who I want at the show. Sometimes we'll do the biggest shows that we promoted for months, and it gets so many people that it's people in the back who kind of, they did. Yeah, and it's like, I don't want that. I want the people who is like, he here and I have to be there, and I don't care if I gotta drive 2 hours, 3 hours. That's who I'm catering to. Everybody else could work their way up to that point. Yeah. But that's who I want to share my space with.
Okay. And first of all, I want to give a quick story to people that are home. So, just 3 days ago, I got a text message from Larussell, and he asks me to help him find a venue for Atlanta. For Atlanta when he come down here. I had already texted here that told us I wanted to link with y'all when I came down here, but that kind of made my day, bro.
Gave him a time.
Gave me a time. So I was upstairs editing. I was like, Larussell. And then the first time I saw, I was like, do I got another Larussell on my phone? And then I was like, all right, it is. I was like, okay, cool. And then I text you right back, get you set up and stuff though. But yeah, so we had he had a show yesterday at Agenda Studios, and I was, real proud of being able to help y'all with that.
No, and it was so, for me, I was proud and I was so grateful, because you ain't never said you was no party promoter, no club, no nothing. Right. But I said, hey, can you do this? And it was like, nigga, yeah. Right? And y'all figured it out. Y'all figured it out for a nigga. And like, to me, that matters far more than going to a venue that do all these shows. It's like, no, we tapped in with the community and we always exchange that back. Like, y'all took care of us, we take care of y'all, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship. Like, when you get to that point, you should be able to hit a nigga like, hey, I need help. Right, and you able to get help, and that's dope.
So let's talk about a little bit about the show yesterday. Your experience. I don't know if this is your first time ever performing in that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Man, Energy. Like I say, when you get a nigga who only had 4-6 hours to come and they drove 2 hours, and the energy is different. Yeah. Everybody wanna be here. You know, and it reflected in the crowd, and I loved it. It made it's like now this becomes a market where I have to come back to. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You feel me? There's some places where it's like the show's cool, but it's like, I don't have to come back. You know, I didn't get the response that I felt deserving of for who I am. But here it's like, well, I have to come back here. Yeah. It became home. You feel me? And that's important on the journey to know, like, you got people who really love you.
It was exactly what we were talking about too. We had talked about doing the pop-up shows only. Where were we? Oh man, I don't even know. Texas. Yeah, we were in Dallas, and we were like, bro, we gotta just do pop-up shows because the big shows is cool, but the intimate shows are better and that kind of energy. And this is the first pop-up show we've done since we had that conversation.
I had niggas in the crowd doing a Soul Train line. Right. Like, you don't get that shit. There's no artists you can go see and you get that close and that intimate. You feel me? Like that shit was hard.
Well, that was my actual. You know, I watched you perform several times. So, but that was
your first show.
That was my first show in person.
Right.
And you got to coordinate it.
Right. Yeah.
That's part about it. But I had to lie. Like even when we first pulled up, I seen 2 guys at the front door. I was like, are they part of the production? They was waiting. I was like, okay, all right, no, this is finna be nice. And I was able to come in and chop it up with you upstairs. But to see everybody, like we said, I think a lady drove like 2 hours to come to
Ohio, Florida, Chattanooga.
Just to see that people, they know the lyrics. They come up there. You know, sometimes people might be nervous to go on there and rap, but you know, you bring it out of them real easily. And I think that's the best part about it, though.
Yeah, it's community. It's a safe space for a while, you feel me? Like that should be necessary because we all go through a bunch of shit in life, and I'm glad that people find like me as that relief from whatever they dealing with. Like for them 2 hours, you forget about everything else. Yeah. You locked in and you get to enjoy something.
It feel like you know, family barbecues when you like sit back for a second, your whole family is just like chopping it up, people's dancing, it's good music playing, and you just like, it's real nice right here. That's how the shows feel.
Good living.
Everybody's family. All right, so I want to talk about the business. I want to talk about the business part of all of this. Tietta, as far as like, I know you pretty much do everything, but I want to talk about like for people that want to like be that Tietta for their person or whatever it is. As far as like everything can you name everything that you actually do?
I mostly focus on like social media, so I help break down long form content to short form content. I send it out to our editing team now to put captions on. If it's like a bunch of stuff that I don't want to caption, I schedule it. I schedule out his content calendar to see what's coming up during the week. I respond to emails. We do goal cards. I help coordinate shows when I have to. I do itineraries for travel, upload songs to distro, reach out to other artists.
On business.
Man, yeah, a lot of the business. Man, since I've joined, all the business things that we've done, it's been kind of like a consult back and forth.
Is that a hard thing, or is it like something you got? I love it. We gotta want it.
I love doing everything. Yeah. It'd be hard for me to give stuff up. Like Splash is over there and he films, but it's been real hard for me to even get. I'm a go-getter, and I like having a lot of things on my plate, and I like getting all of them done. It feels good to me. It's like it's purpose for me.
Well, that's dope. Larussell, I think you said that your next show is in Philadelphia. What you looking forward to going there?
Man, same as here. That energy, you know, that show is almost sold out, and Philly's another city that I always see in the comments. Right, I'm the Philly, and, you know, they got the energy, and I grew up on a lot of, like, I used to watch Reed Dollars and Cassidy and Meek and them just freestyling on the block, them classic DVDs and shit, you feel me? Like, Philly has had such an important stake in the AR and Freeway, like, they had an important stake in the culture and how I used to rap when I get in the battle zone, you know? So, man, I'm excited. It feel like I'm going home. I feel like I'm going somewhere that I can't go.
Would you battle rap again? If somebody was like,
you know, the other day I was thinking about it and I was contemplating it. I was like, no, I wouldn't, because I just don't want to. I don't want to do anyone that way.
It's not even fair at that point.
It ain't fair. Yeah. It ain't fair. And once they get the lying, I'm gonna be like, these aren't even. No, you're not. Right. Ooh, lying.
So on your song Junior or JR, you said niggas dead to me and they mad, they gotta live with that. So has anybody that was with you in the beginning that you had to cut off because it wasn't conducive to the movement now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Many. Yeah, it's always tough on me because I'm a type of nigga like, if I fuck with you, like, I've done a lot to prove that I fuck with you, and I put you in a lot of positions and I showed you a lot. So if you couldn't make it on a journey, like, it really hurt me because I wanted you to. I invested into you. You feel me? Like, I don't have people around me that I was like, man, this ain't gonna work no more. That I wasn't invested in and put my money, time, and effort and resources in. So it cost me more than it cost them. Usually, you feel me? When I cut somebody off, I lose more than they lose in the immediate moment. Long term, it's like, yeah, I win because I'm still going. But yeah, it always bothers me. Even when I was younger, it was always easy for me to do because I'm a selfish person. I'm always going to do, you feel me, what is best for me. But it was always conflicting emotionally for me because, like, you don't never. I also never want to be like the source. I don't want to be a nigga's why for why they didn't make it either. Like, oh, well, I used to fuck with him and then he blew. You know, like, I don't want to be that. But sometimes you just end up that naturally because a nigga was waiting for an excuse to why he wasn't where he was going to be, you know? So it just come with it. But yeah, it's always emotionally taxing on me because I want to see everybody win.
And the only way to make it on the team is for Larussell to like you. The only way. So that means that if he had to cut you off, he genuinely likes you. Yep. You just didn't work.
It don't even matter how good you are.
Yeah.
Like, if I like you, I'll take niggas who aren't exceptional at what they do or didn't do it, but I fuck with you. So I'm going to grow with you and I'm going to teach you what needs to be known. So, right, the only way to get on my team is if I'm like, I really fuck with you. So if I got to cut you off, it hurts. You know what I mean? Because I fuck with you.
Yeah, when you go to I seen it was a girl that played, I think, guitar for you, but she's from Atlanta. Is that something you just reach out to people when you go to different places that want to play?
Yeah, sometimes I'll tap in, and sometimes it'd be like, her is really dope, because I found her last year. She did a cover to one of my songs on my album, and I just randomly seen it on Instagram, and I was like, yo, this is dope, whatever, you feel me? We just been communicating back and forth really sparsely, off and on, and she hit me and was like, yo, I'm in Atlanta, and it's just like, hey, let me pull out, I'm gonna be in Atlanta too. I didn't have no intention of like really playing with her. I was just like, you know, pull up and be in the energy because I fuck with you. And she came with a guitar and prepared, and I'm a in the moment nigga. I'm like, hey, you want to do something right now? And if you can't do it, you lost your chance. You feel me? So it was just one of those. We had Wendy. She plays violin in Chicago. She like seen my shit and was just tapping in off and on. And when we went, she was like, hey, I'm here. Yeah. So I'm somebody like, man, if you want to play, I'm like, come play. But you only get if I don't love it. You I can't do nothing about it.
When you so you got, I know you got about, I think you're on number 29, right? Albums. 29?
This is about to be the 29th.
29. So and a lot of them are like in different states. So what makes you want to do an album in a certain state, or what is it that you need to see that like, oh yeah, I'm finna do a project here?
That's hella funny.
Life does it. It's never me. Like, I'll be chilling and Simon will start making a beat and playing some shit or Cope or whatever. Yeah. And we just, if I hear something I love, we just kind of be in that mode and we start writing and making shit and it just flows. I don't ever really, it don't ever be intentional. Yeah. Like, it just happened. You feel me? I've been smoking, chilling, and yeah, it don't matter where we are. We could be in buck nowhere.
I think Champagne Gummers is your longest. I think that's longest album.
Either that or Marlon 7. Marlon 7, like 15 or 16 songs.
What about
Never Forget Who You Are? Like, because we got skits and shit. But
is there a reason why like majority of them are like, I think majority of them are like 8. Like 8 songs.
Yeah, usually like 8 to 10, 7 to 10.
You prefer it that way?
Kinda. Yeah, because I don't really, It depends. If I'm working with a producer and we in this certain pocket and I make this many songs in that pocket, then I just run through them, and sometimes I just gotta narrow it down and it end up there. But sometimes that's just how many songs I made during that pocket. And I'm someone who I kind of like to keep those pockets tight. Like I don't like doing something from all the way 6 months later and putting it with some shit from back then because it's not how I feel no more. So whatever I make in that pocket, it just kind of makes it, and it always end up being between 17, 12 type shit.
With your producers, I think you got like 3 producers that you use heavily. Is that planned, or are you open for new producers? Or
I'm hella open. I love finding new fire producers and working with dope beats. Is just like
up too.
My mains though is like they just always they're as consistent as me. They're always giving me something new to rap to, which is why I'm always working with them. It's not because it's like, oh, this is just my guy, but it's like, well, no, he gave me 6 albums worth of shit. You feel me? He's always working, and for me, it's some producers I haven't worked with again because it's like the sound didn't elevate. I don't want to make what I made last time. So if I have nothing new to do it to, I just can't, you feel me? But I'm always looking for new dope shit.
I feel you. I also want to talk about expansion. Obviously, we on our second show on the Unspoken, but I seen an interview you did with him 500, and he was showing him the expansion of what you got going on back at the crib. If you can talk about everything you added to it, and starting from the crib and now trying to... Man,
we done got out my mama's house, but we still have my mama's house. The backyard shows there. But yeah, we got ourselves an estate. And man, everyone who helps me kind of run my day-to-day operation stays there. And we just, we got a basketball court and a little pickleball. That's where we get our outside and our wellness. We got the merch production facility up. We're about to open the storefront there. Got a space for video production and film, a space for studios that we're going to be building. So it's really just bones, and we're adding all the meat to it.
I know a lot of the artists you have on your Good Music page, are they signed to you, or are they just people that...
Nah, we don't sign artists. I don't know if I ever will. I really like the position I have, and I really like just helping the list that I fuck with.
The reason why you don't think you'll ever sign?
I don't want to be responsible for anyone's art or where they are in their career. Like when you sign a nigga, you become a Y, right? And I don't ever want to be that. And I just think you should have your freedom. If we do an album together and you enjoyed it, then we can do another. But if you didn't, you should be able to leave. We shouldn't have to argue over you owing me 4 or 5. Like I don't want to deal with all that. And it's like, if I want to be done, I just want to be done. I don't have no obligations to anyone. I enjoyed that song and I wanted to help, and I helped. I don't owe anything beyond that. So I just like to kind of remain detached and help where I can. You don't have to have somebody contractually, obliged for you to assist them.
Larussell, how I feel? You said it don't even feel like it's real. Now all these bitches want to chill. So all the bitches really on you more now, Larussell?
Yes, but it was all. I never was bitch deficient. No, let me not say that. I never was deficient.
But is it crazy? Is it like different now?
Yeah, it's different. It's just more excessive. But I was always a great nigga. So I've always enjoyed the life that I enjoy now. I just didn't have as much in excess. Now it's different because it's like, it's women that you don't even know from nothing. who are coming from all over the world and they in love with you. And it's like, you've never met me, you don't know me or nothing. And the energy sometimes is, man, women are just as intense as niggas.
Oh, yeah.
How women feel like when niggas be at the gas stations outside, women be like that, bro. And that shit be like, you can't be for real, you gotta chill, you feel me? But it be excessive, but I enjoy it. I love that I'm someone worthy of that.
Yo, your deal going crazy?
Yeah, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
How do you check them? How do you
You know, on
decipher?
the ride over, I just realized, and this is to everybody, I didn't know that there was a hidden request.
Yeah.
So there's like your primary, your general, your request, and then they got down at the bottom your hidden request.
They're the ones that don't follow. I think you don't follow them back or something like that.
I don't know how they decipher it, because it's people that we actually know. It was very interesting. I feel kind of bad, because there's a lot of people that's like, you just ignoring me, bro? And I'm like, damn. But I went through those, and it was scary. It was scary. Like,
bro, niggas be in the comments all
bro, we always been each other's
like,
friends.
bro, we really, nah, they not shooting their shot.
No,
it's like, nigga,
it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay.
You feel me? It's like some niggas are excessively horny. Or like, not even just horny, but it's like, bro, it's no way you think this is okay or this is gonna work.
Yeah.
There's no way you think that she's gonna be attracted to this. It's like, bro, it's a little wild.
You making
for
me
you to be in it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for niggas. You ever been around a nigga who like, I don't really be around that nigga, like, you feel me? Like, and it's crazy to witness because like, I'm a man, you feel me? And I know how niggas be, but it's like, I have a lot of my close friends are females. Yeah. So, but to see it with her, someone who I work so closely with, and see niggas like that, it's just like, bro, y'all, wow, you make niggas look bad.
And it just be like, you don't even act like that in real life. Like, you using your Twitter thumbs to say some wild shit on the internet. Like, if I don't click on your profile, it's not gonna be you. And that's just weird. Like, if you had a daughter, you would never want nobody to talk to her like that.
Ever.
Your sister.
Your mama,
So
your sister.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's just not okay. And I'm not even like, not that it's warranted for those women, but there's women on the internet who act like that and who bring about that kind of attention. And I'm just not that kind of woman. And so just like, don't get at me like that.
And but not the weird people, the regular people. Is there a proper way to slide their DMs? Is it something that you might like or something that
Right. Niggas got their notepads out. Niggas got the notepads out.
the key word?
I like bosses.
Okay.
I like bosses, and if you can't add nothing to my life, don't try to enter it. That's just what it is. Like, if you can't elevate my life, then, because I already know what I'm gonna do to yours. So that's just what it is. You got it. It's like
Mutually beneficial.
It's levels to this, and it's like not to say that your grind isn't respectable. Like, you might really be building something right now, but I'm building something too. So don't come over here and disturb what I got going on because you horny.
And as long as
do what you're doing,
and that's such a respectable thing. Like, we stay at certain hotels where if you ain't got the proper key card access, you can't get to a certain floor.
Right.
And that's for a reason. You just not there yet. You feel me? Like, you not there yet. The people walking around on that floor have a different thing going on that you got to get to that level. And one day you will be able to access that, but you got to work to it. You don't get to just go there. You feel me?
And that's not to say you less than the people on that level. It's just like, you still working. You should be focused on working. You shouldn't be focused on the niggas that's up on that floor. You should be working.
That's wild. What is next for Good Company? What your vision for the next year? It's gonna be the end of it, so
man. So we're gonna be doing the pop-up shows, and right now is a really special time because we've been really contemplating going major and staying indie lately, and it's been plaguing my mind. We talk about it every day. So I don't really know what's next. I'm just building. I wake up every day and I dig and I do the right shit that I think is going to get me to where I want to be, and everything kind of aligns. But we doing the backyard shows and keep making those bigger and improve it. And we got the Gold Card members going, doing new shows. I got hella of music that I love that I'm dropping.
And he's getting better.
Man, we taking some time to just work on visual. We've been dropping a lot of visual content and visualizers. Like, I'm just working, and wherever it goes, you know, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
No, big facts. My favorite album, I'm not gonna lie to you, I told you last time, is Champagne Gummy.
Still?
I feel it, but that's the one that I think that introduced me to you, though. That's why I like it so much.
You got a special place in your heart.
Yeah, that one, the Bull, 72.
96 Bull. Oh, 72. Yeah, 96 Bull. That's what's on it.
Yeah. So them two was the ones that kind of introduced me to it. So I always listen to them when I'm in the car. Or, shoot, BC Live with me, he'll let you know. So I play it when I'm taking you know, so that's always been
That's dope.
A good thing for me, bro. It kind of keep me going throughout my journey because we all have bad days,
right?
And I know on one of your songs you was like, if you want to have a good day,
turn my fucking tape on.
Yeah. I always make sure I try to have a good day. I make sure I cut on.
I love it. Gratitude, man.
That's dope.
Any y'all got some more questions?
Yeah, I want to ask y'all, just both of y'all. I always see y'all with Crocs on. So do you own a pair of regular shoes? And what is it about the Crocs that you what is it about the Crocs with you?
I do own a pair of regular shoes. I really like the Reebok, the Answers AI shit. So Reebok, if y'all see this, please.
I thought it was questions.
The questions that I had. Yeah. But I love those. But the Crocs really, they're the most comfortable. They're the most conducive. It's funny, I just seen this video the other day on Instagram talking about how shoes aren't supposed to be pointing because they make your feet like curling and shit, and Crocs is made to fit the mold of your foot, which is why it's super comfortable and it allows you to walk the way you're supposed to walk. So for me, it's the most convenient for my lifestyle. I'm a nigga. Yeah, I'm a nigga who hop up and I gotta go. I don't have time to be going and tying those shoes and getting down stuff in my shoe. I like to go. You feel me? So it just makes it easy for me.
And you know when you get home after you done been on your feet all day and you be like, oh, I can't wait to get these shoes off. You never feel like
Crocs
that about
don't never really feel like that.
You never feel like that. They comfortable all day.
Boy, I've done I've hiked in these motherfuckers.
All day.
Before this happened?
I think I had one pair, but I didn't really wear them like that. But also, my life wasn't structured like this. Like, I still had a 9 to 5, and I would go out and shit. Like, now I just be working. So
I don't know if they make Crocs in my size. I was 14. So.
They do.
They do.
They do.
They do.
Do they? I don't know how they gonna look though, but they probably
they gonna be long, but they do.
Oh, that's crazy. So after Philly, what y'all doing? Y'all chilling for the holidays or y'all?
So we supposed to go home, but we just we had a meeting with Republic recently, and we supposed to have a second meeting and just kind of talk more. Like I said, we've been on this fence of like if we want to go major or stay indie, and I've been really plagued mentally. So we're gonna probably go through that meeting, then we headed back home, and we at the crib. We got the backyard show as soon as we go.
Man, as soon as we get back,
we're doing a tiny desk.
We're doing Momo's.
Brunch. So we just on the go. Yeah, I'm doing it at home, like a library at the crib. We doing our own version, so it's gonna be dope.
You what was I say? I know you said you kind of slow down during the backyard doing. Is that because of the weather?
Yeah. So we do it from spring through summer each year, and I like doing a certain amount of shows because it just builds that demand. It's like this is a special thing. It's not something that happen all the time. So when it happen, you got to get there, and if it mean that much to you, you'll find a way to be there. You know.
But we had people from all over the world.
Different countries now.
China,
we
France.
It was crazy in there now.
We definitely.
It was crazy.
I'm definitely coming out there for a live, so I gotta
Man.
smoke back.
Come on.
I gotta smoke with mom.
From the A to the J.
You always welcome. Any show y'all want to come to, y'all
In
good.
the backyard, you said $500,000 on merch out the back of the house.
Huh.
You say that, and have you made $1 million merch?
That's a very valid statement.
He ain't never lied in rap. Never.
Ain't no cap in the rap.
Merch going crazy, yeah.
Merch goes crazy. Man, merch has kept things afloat when other things weren't going the way I wanted it to go. You feel me? Like merch is
Go into that a
very.
little bit too, though. Like, can we talk about the beginning of your merch journey and like, how was you marketing it as far as like putting it out?
The same way I do today.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't changed much of my journey. The only difference is now, Like we've improved a few things, but I'm able to now spend more because I've made more. More people have seen me, so it's more awareness. But my journey has been the same. Like before, Wallow ended up posting a freestyle, and he posted it months after I did it. I was already on that wave, making that content, putting shit out. You feel me? The only difference is now people are just now seeing it. But the same shit I was doing in 2021, I'm doing now. I just got better.
Yep.
You say you just started out with t-shirts and then you just gradually went
just some t-shirts, and I used to get I bought presses from my first press came from this place called Heat Press Nation. And then I got some better presses from stars.com. I used to get my transfers from this place called Monkey Prints.
So y'all press all your own stuff?
Yeah, I used to get it from a place called Monkey Prints. Then I found a place called FM Expression. Then we found Super Color. And now these good company tees we actually get outsourced from a company from the Bay Area. And we partner with Jubo, and they do a lot of our shit, and we come and we pack it and ship it, and yeah, we just been growing and expanding. I find new designers and I do deals with them, and we just do revenue splits and shit.
Cool.
When I find really dope shit I love, I link up with people and we figure out how to make paper together.
And now your team designs it for you, or you kind of hands on with that as well?
I design shit, gigs, yaya, and now we got outside design. Man, we got Jason from Jubo. We did one with Co-Creative, Rory. He's the designer of the Backyard Tee. So yeah, we did some shit with Beyond Deadstock. Shockaware. What's the Young Good Company?
That's Jubo.
No, not this one. The Young Good Company joint. B4L.
It's not you at this point?
No, it's niggas I be seeing that I be like this came about because Tote had on this tee one time that said cold water, and I loved how it looked, and I was like, link me in. And we ended up going from there. Rory, I seen him, he had some shit online, like a Frank Ocean tee, and I went on his site and I bought like 10 tees, and I was like, bro, I really fuck with your shit. If we could do one, we could do one, but it be people I be finding. I don't be knowing that if I like your shit, I'm just gonna find a way for us to be able to do something.
That's what I tell people every time. They're like, how do I get in the backyard, or how do I, whatever, and it's like, bro, get to work. Get to work. He's on the internet all the time. If it's not him, it's me, it's Splash, it's somebody's gonna see your work. And then we gonna tap in. It's so simple, but just do something great.
That's it.
It's so
That's
easy.
it. I gotta like it or like you.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like people be trying to they want to collaborate because they want to use our brand as their kickstart, so that way they can get the spotlight. And it's like, bruh, I can't hold your hand through your career and get you to be big. You got to build that on your own, and then I'm going to come join in with you, and I'm going to help elevate it. We're going to do something.
I have people call, they be like, man, I want you on my podcast. And I be like, how many episodes you do? They be like, oh, well, you'll be the first one. And they be like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
All the time, like, catalog, man.
We wouldn't have come to your house, bruh.
Yeah.
We would not have come to your house.
You asked me that last time. That's one last thing. I think you asked me, Tietta. You was like, well, how many episodes you got out? When you was here, I was like, well, I'm on, I think, like 50 something.
Right.
You know, it was dope. But then it's dope. You know, we able to follow each other, so you kind of see, you know, us continue to go, though. So, that's my whole vision for this. I kind of, I think, excuse me, I originally started Unspoken. It's built off of collaborations. So it's all about family. This is right here is a little bit more intimate. But I feel like because of that, it's always about teamwork, different personalities, bringing them together, different heads, bringing them together,
right,
and coming up with a good product.
Bro, when bro was here earlier, we was having a good conversation. It was that shit, you know, that everybody is dealing with, but it's good to hear the conversation and different perspectives.
That was really why I really like the Unspoken platform, because it was like those conversations that you have with your niggas and your homies, but you don't really get to talk about them in a way where you can post about it and then be like, what's your take on it or whatever, you know, like that was a good.
A lot of things though, when we talk about relationship shows, though, a lot of them is him versus her. I didn't want to do that,
and it didn't feel like that.
It's more of an understanding. Yeah, we might not we might agree, we might disagree, but But you got your reason because this is how you grew up and this is what you've been through. And I got my reason because this is how I grew up and this is what I've been through. And we come to a common solution at the end of it. It's not like you have to be wrong about something because everybody got their own opinion about it.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay to for us to agree to disagree sometimes.
Right.
But I think that's the best part about it. But I think this is it for us, man. I really want to appreciate y'all. Look, this is family. Look, we gotta say we family.
We love it here.
Anytime you already know we gonna lock in. Anytime you want to come to Atlanta. And
come on.
If you just to hang out or we want to go bowling, we definitely got to do this.
Oh, y'all niggas. Bowling, pickleball, tennis. Bowling. Right. That's what we got our own shoes. Hey, we got bowling. We got our own shoes.
That's dope. We definitely gonna tap back in. Like I said, I want to come to another show, and I also want we gonna set some stuff up for the next.
Y'all gotta come to the Bay. Y'all gotta come to the Bay.
We're gonna start doing some live shows too, man. So we're gonna try to collaborate. Hopefully,
come on
in the future.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Come on.
But look, y'all, this is the first ever podcast, Unspoken Atlanta. We had two great special guests, Larussell and Tietta. I appreciate both of y'all. Welcome to the best show in Atlanta, man.
Days have been unknown and broke. Way before you had clout and niggas told you keep hope. Before double XL started ringing on the boat. When the drugs used to be the only shit that helped you cope. This be the realest shit I ever wrote. How much does a piece of mind cost? I'm paying whatever, I write it off. I thought the paper would bring a nigga some joy, bring a nigga some peace. What you do when you're home and not satisfied by the feast? I never took a summer off. Never took the winter off, never took the fall off. Fuck how I fall off. Look, this way it sounds, stripped down, took it all off. If you ain't ready, but it's working, nigga. It's compromising to what I've built, or does it feel like a win?
It's really what you want. Because I feel like the parents are gonna follow you. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you.
Also, everybody just ain't broken. Like, if you go, you win. Like, you're winning. What are they gonna do that you're not doing for yourself? Besides probably give you some more money, some more paper, right? Like, what are they gonna do that you're not doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already.
You should ask this too. I got another question. Would you rather just get a distribution?
I've done the distro deals, and the thing is like, you get some paper, but you don't get like the resource, and that's what we like learning. Like the label, what they do is like how niggas end up on award shows and then on TV and in movies and shit is because of that network, right? It's like, well, if I call Tyler Perry, he's like, who the fuck are you? But if the nigga who with boy Larry Jackson called, it's like, oh yeah, bring him up, you know. And that's kind of what
that's something the label will provide for you.
Exactly, right?
So you know
that
what?
Relationship.
It makes sense. So like, you know, I'm an actor, right? So like, I can only get in certain rooms with an agent.
Right.
Certain roles I can only go for.
So the label is a big agent, right? It's a bigger agent. That's exactly
I mean,
what
now
it is.
that's what you try to do.
But I've been Indian. I've been ending up in some of these rooms, so it's like it always feels like, nah, I'm right there. You know, maybe you don't, but you don't know.
But like as a fan who loves him and what he's feeling, you know, he's big on independence and everything. Like, does it make you feel away?
No, it ain't gonna make me feel away. It ain't gonna make me feel away.
Most people are getting to who you are. Like most people get deals, like you say, go get changed and shit. Now I'm holding nigga.
Right.
I'm opening up the fucking 50 cent.
Whatever that deal is, you feel it needs to magnify whatever you got going on.
Right.
But you also, they also tell you when you release shit like that. So that's
That's something you can negotiate in your contract.
Right, and that's what we've been.
Also,
We got leverage there.
I also think as opposed to deals, maybe it should sound more like a partnership versus a deal. I mean, it is a partnership, but I wouldn't make it seem as though I'm signed to, you know what I'm saying? I got a partnership with. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't even say nothing unless I was asked.
Well, I guess also for us it's been like the transparency is what really has gotten him this far. Like it wouldn't be one of the things where it's like we'll keep it on hush and if they find out, it's like it's gonna be something that we announce and it's like y'all niggas should know. Like y'all helped us get all the way this far, but yeah, he was just saying like I feel like me getting to the same spot as Drake independent is a different kind of win than when I win and it's like, oh, well, he also signed a deal. So, you know, people kind of
Right.
know it.
That's true.
It feels different. It feels like a different win, you know. And it's like when you indie, like niggas come up to me and they be embracing me different because they see me as a nigga who was just in the crib and they like I got a garage, I can do it, you know. But when you get that major behind you, like none of us feel like we could do what Drake did. We just like, oh, that's Drake, you know. But that connection don't really exist because we like nigga had everything.
I guess that was what I wanted to ask too, because it's like, do y'all hug him like that because he's independent or because of who he is?
Who he is. But it's a little bit of both because of respect factor. Like the fact that you doing it ain't independent. That's why a lot of people think fuck with it.
Right.
Outside of the personality and what you rap about, I do feel like the fact that you're able to get this big independently feels different. Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like it's safe to sign Def Jam tomorrow. If you sign Def Jam tomorrow, but you still move how you moving now, right? Fashion wise, everything you're doing is keeping it organic, the same way you're doing it. I think that's still gonna be the same.
That's what I was saying too.
Like, as long as you don't get that deal and switch up on niggas,
Right.
And
that shit
it
gonna.
show niggas who signed the deal that they don't have to switch.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you said them old, right? More niggas who they get deal.
It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double edged, right?
Because honestly, man, once you start getting in Sprite commercials and shit, bro,
Just
you're not big bro no more. Now you're
just naturally it dies a little bit.
you a giant.
But okay, if he got the Sprite commercial and he was independent.
Then it's like this nigga got this shit independently.
Right?
That's how the fans are feeling. They're gonna go with you regardless, but that just confirmed exactly how the fans go. They're like, nigga. They
all
already
of our
looking at you like,
reaction to that was like, right?
You see that nigga on the McDonald's ad?
But you already doing that independently, bro.
I feel like you haven't hit the ceiling
all the time.
I haven't hit the ceiling, right?
You know all the top shows. You know Breakfast Club. You got on the ball. Shit could have been on Memphis if you wanted to.
Right.
It's like you doing all the stuff that the majors are doing. And you doing independent. That's a flex, in my opinion.
That'd be his flex every
That's the
day.
biggest flex of all, bro. The fact you even can.
And that's the thing, that'd be the thing, like it's so precious to me that I don't be wanting to give it up because I do feel like a nigga selling out a stadium who's had all the support of the labels and awards is different than a nigga who was just in the front of the hood. It's like, bro, when I'm done with this show, I'm gonna go drop an album that I own, own my own shit, and still be able to do that. It feels so. Imagine one day doing a fucking Super Bowl halftime show type shit. It's like, bro, this nigga's independent. Every other nigga who did it was signed and had his back. Sometimes it feels like the label shit is like that was done already. And it feels like it taints my journey a bit because I'm so. Part of me feel like if I sign, I kind of stop believing in myself a bit, and I don't like how that shit feel. You know, it's like, damn, did I really believe I could have made it? You know, that far or no?
It was like when they started posting about Gunna, like, oh, he sold out all these stadiums, his first shows after he got out of jail, and it was like, cool.
Right.
Like it wasn't celebrated because it's like, okay, that nigga signed. Like before, he should be selling out
He
stadiums.
should be selling,
He
right,
shouldn't
right.
be doing that. Like, yeah.
it
Damn,
is-
yeah, their reaction to the Sprite shit.
Right, it's a bit. Yeah, I know they gave
Especially with
me.
the artists like you, nigga, like if you sign, we expect you to be the biggest.
Yeah,
Niggas
and
don't
I don't feel like signing taints it because I know real niggas like still the nigga hard. That's our nigga, you feel me? But it's a different feeling and when it's like when a nigga pull up to the house Indian is like nigga we just came from yada yada yada, right?
But I think because you promote your story, I think you'll be alright. Because you have so much success independently. It's just like it's nothing wrong with getting more help, you know. But it's like I said, it's a little bit. So you got that, and then also people want to see you keep going independently, so they can keep bragging about how this nigga doing this shit, you know. And then it still give you hope. You don't got to decide to do this. You don't got to decide to do that. But I know the checks though. The checks different too,
Right.
man.
And I just be like, I just know that the major label, like, we do everything. There will be a day that we would wake up and we wouldn't have to worry about shit getting done because we know it's a big ass team in the office who's getting paid to clock in to make sure his shit gets there, you know? But now we gotta stay independent.
You gonna be doing it a lot.
I'm not giving up shit. I don't care how many niggas in an office, they'll never be.
No, you right about that. I think you just gotta come in. I think that meeting, they gotta really like, I don't know. They gotta say something or do something that you just feel like you just can't do by yourself.
Right.
Or say something. I mean, damn man, you need. Cause I don't know. They need to give you all your masters or let you, keep doing how you've been doing it. Cause they don't even know how you. I don't know if that'll change how you be able to do your point system and all that stuff.
It changes everything, right? It changes
You can't
everything.
even sell shares no more.
But the people who bought shares, then what?
Nah, they can keep that.
Yeah, they keep theirs because I would never get my catalog, but for future shit, it's like, yeah, I have to change the way that I even do my business or build my business, right?
That's what I'm thinking about.
And it's like, what is that exchange worth, right? Is it worth giving away whatever to get whatever I feel like get from it,
I'm not just a piece of mind.
right?
Dude, you said you was paying whatever. You got it all. Nah, we was talking. My bad. I had to know right before we
I was trying. Y'all the perfect people to ask too.
I was telling them we should ask like fans.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow at the Philly show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, how would you feel if we're spun? And I'm gonna be like, I won't tell you. Record.
The Sprite reaction was everything I needed, really though. It felt different. Everybody felt it. Everybody felt it a bit.
That's what was coming out my
Well,
mouth.
that's not the biggest flavor, bro. Oh God, that's the biggest flavor.
Yeah.
Everybody.
As I was coming out my mouth, I knew. I was like, what if he did it?
Yeah. That's like
You do that shit independent, a nigga in a McDonald's commercial, like, come on, bro.
It's like, bro, you
You
did
got
it.
nigga.
Like when you watch it, like you watch NBA games, you do the licensing deals and stuff with your music and stuff to play doing the commercial break.
Yeah.
I feel like you do all this stuff that independently.
Right?
We did right, and we've been doing it right, and that's the thing. But the label just provides a larger runway, right? Like when you build an indie, all the money you make, you have to reinvest. Versus with a label where it's like, hey, we have a budget of $750,000. That's just for this, which you never get to do when you indie. It's like if I make $10,000, I gotta spend $7,500 to make my next $30,000. You know,
Yeah,
like
there
it
was
just kind of
so
keeps
much
quantifying.
that went into, like, the one major one that we did was the Intuit one. And there was so much back and forth that went on with that. It made the deal exhausting.
It made the art unenjoyable.
Before he even did it, there was hella phone calls and this and that. And it's like, when you're signed to a major, they handle all of that and they just tell you what they need you to do. And that's it. And it's like, that you could do that, you could get 5 of those done in a week, whereas it took 1 week to get 1 done. Because it's you personally on all of those calls, checking, it's like, bruh, that's just exhausting. Make me not want to do that shit.
Right. I'm thinking about the deal that Baby had, Cash Money. This was there, a 90-10 split.
Yeah.
Thinking about that.
And we coming in with like similar leverage. You know, I've done 6 figures off a project and shit, so it's like we have similar leverage. And I think about that too. You know, figuring out a way to do that where they let them niggas do whatever they want. They like, you know, as long as we get what we get. But it's just like the game is also in a different place now that niggas aren't getting those. That's the reason we still talk about the Cash Money deal now, because niggas ain't got them after, right? Like, that's the only one we can say is like, oh yeah, the Cash Money deal, that shit doesn't happen
no
no more.
nigga has ever came like Cash Money. Like, you the only nigga who really has that kind of leverage like Cash Money. Like, and not even just the catalog, you got all your homies with you too, who you know is gonna do numbers, who like, niggas wasn't coming like Cash Money.
Right.
Every nigga is in it for themselves. And they don't even really have.
The only person that came in without living with that, I think, 21 Savage, he had a catalog he got signed.
Yeah.
So he got like, I think, 60.
I seen that. Like, yeah.
20, something like that.
Yeah, 80-20.
80-20, something like that, yeah. And he could keep all his masters.
Yeah.
So like some shit like that.
And that's also why that one album did so well, because it was like, we only gonna get this much off of it, we're gonna make sure this bitch go. That shit was not good, but we all know it's like, Because they made sure they got their money's worth. And that's why I'd be like, bruh, you get $1 million from a label, they gonna make sure they get their money back. If you get $100,000 from a label, they might write you off.
That's right. That's it, yeah.
You ever thought about doing voiceovers?
I have. I didn't want to do cartoons and shit. I got a whole bunch of fields I'm gonna be diving into.
Right? You should get an agent, bro.
You got that laugh too.
They get those little gigs, bro.
Right.
Those little voiceovers, bro.
That's kind of and that's kind of like what Austin do. Like our PR, he be sending me shit, and we got a bunch of different agents.
Yeah, you done some acting.
I don't even ever be asking it. Yeah, we did a few acting joints, but I don't even be asking for that shit. So if I did, they probably bring it a lot more. I really just be moving, and whatever comes, it's like I fuck with that, I do it, I fuck with that, you know. But that's also another thing with the label that I'm always antsy with, because I'm not like a industry nigga. Like I don't really enjoy being out and on the scene and shit. Like it'd be a lot for me that I don't be.
You gotta. It's already like you gotta be because you talk.
And you kind of got it because it's like, bro, this is the life you, right? This is what you joined, and this is what they do to make things work.
The whole
right?
Def Jam office there.
Right.
You gotta go.
Right.
Today was a lot.
But my biggest thing is just like making sure it's not compromising to me or my brand or how people feel about me, right? Because I think that's important. I love when niggas come up and they like, bro, I feel like I could do this shit because you did it, right? And that's something I don't really want to lose in exchange for a little bit of money or some extra thing. And I think that's more important. And then that's gonna make me more in the long run. You feel me?
I feel like in this house, the best conversation be off camera.
You always say that.
Somebody said
This on camera.
No.
Right.
Like that's what everybody said over. Like we be having the best when we done filming or we in the top.
We do that all the
All
time.
before
We be like, all right, cut the cameras, and nobody cut the cameras. And you just leave it rolling. Because you already know that kind of conversation is going to come. You just have a boom mic up, and it's like, whatever we capture after, it's still good. But, yeah, it's like you had a formal conversation, but this, I wouldn't have cut a single camera.
Even like shit I was talking about before, when he was sitting right there. Like,
Yeah, that was good.
We got that. We got that too.
Yeah.
I had a crack before. Yeah, dope, man. Yeah, always dope.
My prop.
Right.
Oh, listen,
You should really host.
Yeah, you should.
Trying to figure out what I want to do next.
They go podcast too. That's good. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Great concept, man.
Right? That's gonna be
I apologize. Reaching the DM.
Shout out to my boy Jeter. That's what we drinking on, Jeter Readers. Make sure y'all get y'all some Jeter Readers, man. Hit my boy up. Readers.